Everyone, I am back with another DESTASH video, and I have 4 DESTASH lots here. I have them in these paper mache book boxes, so I will probably break this up into 2 different videos because it will probably take a little bit of time to get through each box. So I will go as quickly as possible, but I will do 2 boxes in part 1 and then 2 boxes in part 2. So to get started, we have this book box here. It is paper mache, so you can decorate it, paint it, whatever you want to do, alter it. And then I just put, I guess this is a hat pin. I'm not sure what it is, but it can be used as an embellishment. You can put beads on it and then use it for your craft project. So you will get that. It's wrapped with this hair ribbon. This is a 1940s hair ribbon. Years ago I got a box of these and I have not been able to use them, so I am passing them along. So you will get a pretty big piece of that. Here we have some vintage lace that has not been opened, so it would not fit in the box, so I just put it on the top of the box. So here we have what's on the inside, some vintage fabric, and it is pretty frayed on the edges. I just left it. I don't know how much fabric is here. I did not measure anything, so there's a pretty nice size piece here, so you will get that. Then we have a package of just different die cuts. I think these I cut out myself, and then these are to be used as corners to go on pictures. So here's some more hearts. Here's some little doilies I made. And here is a gold heart. I did not punch this one out. I believe I purchased that one that way. I think I included 4 of these corners, so you can border a photo or really anything you want. Here's some vintage index cards, and then I just included a little scrap back here. And I think the color theme I was going with, or color scheme rather, was kind of gold. Here's some vintage gold ribbon, satin ribbon. And again, I did not measure anything, so I don't know how much is in this particular kit. Here we have some decorative hinges. And here's some seam binding. This has not been opened. And this is a really pretty piece of trim. This is some ruffled lace. It says 4 yards, but I don't know. It's been opened, so I don't know if there's still 4 in here, but it is vintage lace. Here is a doily. I guess crochet doily. I'm not really sure what to call it. Here we have another vintage doily. And this is also vintage, I believe, from Ben Franklin. So, never used. And we have some more vintage lace here. I'm not sure if there's a couple different kinds or if it's cut in half, but some of the stuff I have not seen in years. I basically just started throwing things together in these boxes. I kind of tried to, they're not really themed boxes, but I tried to go with maybe a color scheme because that just, to me, made it less overwhelming for me to sort through and put stuff together. So this is kind of a stretchy, well, maybe it's not stretchy. It is a vintage ribbon of some sort. I'm not sure exactly, but it's gold and really pretty. Then I included a little bag of, I believe these are satin roses, and then a little golden tassel. You can see that most of this stuff is gold, creams, off-whites, things like that. And then also in this box, I found these really nice envelopes, and these are vintage, so I will put one of these in each of the boxes. So I just found those after I put these kits together. Additionally, you will get a few yards of this lace I am trying to share with everyone. So I have 2 of them here. So you will also get a couple yards of each of these in with the kit. More scrap papers. These go with the scrap pack. Some envelopes. These are nicer envelopes. I believe I got Hobby Lobby or Michael's. They're not really thin. And these are great for coffee dyeing and staining. And then I had a few of these vintage cigar cutting bags. So that goes in there. So that is what you will get with this particular box. Okay, so for the next box, you will get one of the envelopes with this box, and then, as I said, you will get a few yards of each of the lace that I have. So this is closed with some sort of vintage, I don't even know what this is. It might be one of those, what are they called? Bolos, I think, that go around your neck, and they would have some sort of ornaments or slide or something. I really don't know, but you can tell this is vintage. So then I also have this fabric rose. These kits can be used for any type of craft project, junk journals, just really anything that you do as you're crafting. So let me just empty this out and we'll start sorting through. I have some vintage shelf paper here. I think this one is kind of peaches, maybe a little bit of gold, off-white and creams, and some browns, I guess. So we have here this piece of vintage shelf paper, and if you're a paper person, I love paper products, especially vintage. You can hear it has a really nice crinkle sound to it. It's kind of thin, but down here on the border part, it feels a little bit thicker. So I thought that would be nice to add to a junk journal or a craft project. So then we have this old print factory Victorian greeting with one of those buttons, and it has not been opened, so I don't know what the inside looks like, but it does have a card that it comes with. But I just thought these were so adorable. So you will get that. Here is you will get this vintage roll of fabric ribbon, and let's see, I'm trying to find the color. I don't see a color on here, but it is kind of a muted peach kind of color, so you'll get that. Here's a little crocheted flower, and then we have another one of those vintage doilies. Here we have some vintage lace fabric, and I thought there was kind of a pink tint to some of it. So yep, it looks like there's a little bit of a pink tint. So I just wanted to make you aware of that. I think there's a little bit on there. I could be mistaken. But you will get a nice piece of vintage lace fabric. Here we have another vintage doily. This one's pretty large. So here's some, I believe this is seam binding, and it's a really pretty kind of orange color. It's not a bright orange, but I thought it went with the peach colors I added to this kit. Here we have some double-faced satin ribbon. It has not been opened. And some ruffled lace. This is vintage. It has not been opened, so there's probably 4 yards still in this package. This is some more vintage. This one's single-faced. The other one was double-faced satin ribbon. And these are floral conchos, copper, and they are vintage. There are 3 of them in this package. Here are some really pretty vintage buttons. This one's rhinestone, and they have a nice weight to them. That one has some rhinestones in it as well. And you will get the vintage cigar cuttings bag, a few of the envelopes for coffee staining, tea dyeing, altering, whatever it is that you do for your craft. Here we have, I believe this is the, thank you, I'll add that right there. I believe this is the ribbon on the spools that I'm going to share. I guess I did add it to this particular box, so you will get that. Here is just a little piece of, just a little snippet of ribbon that I thought would go great on a tag if you do tags or really any type of project that you do. And then finally we have a little bag of all sorts. We have some little flowers, a little ring, the rhinestone in there. And I guess this is an orange or something, an orange slice, but it kind of matched, so I threw it in. Here's some gold glitter embellishments, some little roses, paper roses. I believe they're made of paper, die cut. And then we have some stamps here. I don't believe I put stamps in the first box, so I will add some to that if I did not include any. And then the vintage game piece. So as you can see, the majority of these items are all vintage, and that is what you will get. This will be box number 2. So I will put all of the information down below. These boxes will be $15 each. That does not include shipping. I will also put down below the weight of each box. I have not weighed them, so I'm not sure exactly what they weigh. So I will include that down below, and then I will give you the best shipping rate possible. So if you have any questions, let me know. Stay tuned for part 2. I will also have other DESTASH videos, and stay safe. Thanks so much for watching.